I'm back. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Your man Eric Wilson, Carousel here. So, as you can see, I am moderating this evening. Why, do you ask? Well, that is because we have an NFC South matchup. Now, as some of you may know, Alex Fleming typically has covered the Saints, but he has graciously enough decided to be on Tampa's side this week, a team that if you saw last week's debate against him and Blake Anthony, yeah, that was something to behold. But before we get to Alex, as always we do here on the Carousel, it is ladies first. So let me bring in Carolina Panthers fan and true extraordinaire, Jen. Good evening. How are you?
I'm great. How are you tonight, Eric?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining us on the Carousel. Now, Jen, I have to say this to you. I was in such support of your Panthers this past Sunday. Unfortunately, they were unable to get it done. But before I get Mr. Fleming on here, I just want to get your thoughts on Teddy Bridgewater week 1 really quick.
Teddy Bridgewater did a good job as a Carolina Panther fan. He is not Cam. So it's hard for us as fans to wrap our heads around that.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, there's some people who are very excited and everything, but Teddy, in and of himself, did a great job overall. There was a couple of things, he could have done a little bit better, but, we all can.
Right. And again, it's week 1, so there's more to be seen. Now, Jen, I'm going to tell you right now, Alex is in a mood, so let me just go ahead and get him and bring him on so that y'all can go ahead and get this debate going. You ready?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Mr. Fleming, sir, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
All right, Alex.
You guys both know the rules, how this goes. I will be moderating. You each will have 2 minutes to discuss why your team is going to be successful in this NFC South divisional rivalry matchup. Jen, you being the visiting team, you will go first. Your 2 minutes. Give me 1 second. Sorry, my timer just shut off on me really quick. Let me make sure I got it here.
Okay.
Got to be fair to everybody. Jen, your 2 minutes, my good madam, starts right now.
All right. So we're going to do well because honestly, we are a young team. We are in the middle of a rebuild. Let's not kid ourselves. However, the Bucs, the Panthers have always eaten the Bucs until Cam got hurt and we got rid of Derek Anderson, who, as you know, Alex, was known as the Buck Eater. Therefore, going on the past, we will win because we do have C-Mac. Plus, he's gotten a bad rep this week, so he's going to be pretty upset and have a couple of things to prove. On top of that, since didn't your boy Drew Brees surpass your boy Tom Brady this past weekend? And wouldn't that mean that Drew Brees is actually the GOAT? Well, with the exception of the amount of Super Bowls. Just wondering. Plus, Tom still does not trust his line, whereas Teddy Bridgewater does trust his line. Every sports article that has been written this week has said that Tom has to start trusting his line, and obviously he doesn't. There's only one player he's trusting right now, and that would be Tom. Therefore, we will win because we have something to prove. Matt Rule's pissed off at himself for making a dumb call because he should have done a trade instead of anything else. And Matt did take responsibility. That is why I think that we will win. And I'm sorry, I'm not very prepared for this debate, but I do see that the Bucs, they don't really do great with the Panthers overall. And we're both 2 new teams essentially right now.
Wow. All right. She cut it off early. She was like, I'm not even wasting my time with this man right here. Nope. She's like, y'all may have the GOAT, but the GOAT got beat up. And CMC's coming for that heat. So, Mr. Fleming, the man, the legend that is the Carousel here that we are doing. Sir, you are representing Tampa Bay. Your 2 minutes, sir. I would say be nice, but I know you. Alex, hey, let's hit it.
You know things are messed up whenever it's 2020. It's kind of like the best rapper is white and the best golfer is black. Well, now it's 2020 and the best person on your team is a white guy by the name of Christian McCaffrey. Newsflash, we were number 1 against the rush last year, and we split with Carolina. Jameis Winston had that horrible game where he threw the ball about 5 times to the opposite team and a couple of fumbles. Newsflash, he's now a New Orleans Saint, who we had to deal with last week, but I didn't see him on the field. But let's talk about your kitty cats. You'd be better having Sir Purr lined up because you guys can't block anybody. Oh, and your defense is like Swiss cheese. There's holes all over the place. Josh Jacobs ran up and down your throat. He looked like Walter Payton. It was horrible. And you guys don't have a coach. You got Matt Rule from Baylor. You should have stuck with Ron Rivera. But, you guys got other issues in Carolina that we can't talk on the carousel. Mike Evans is fantasy gold this week. He's got a mismatch from hell because your secondary's like a wet paper bag, and they're scissors. We don't need Chris Godwin. He in concussion protocol. That's all good because we got enough weapons to go up and down the field like an actual carousel. Who got the better quarterback? Tampa. Who got the better offensive line? Tampa. Who got the better receiving core? Tampa. Who has the better overall running back? Because you got the best running back, but we got 3, you got 1. And it only takes 1 ankle injury to make you guys insignificant. And I already mentioned your defense. Other than Brian Burns and the rookie Derek Brown who got exposed last week, what do y'all got? Where's your secondary? Oh, yeah, that's right. They're all in New York. My bad. You guys have been at the bottom of this division for quite some time. And the last time you guys were actually in Tampa, Mr. Adams picked off Cam Newton not once, not twice, not 3 times. Oh, that's right. You guys got the wholesale product of Cam Newton. You got Teddy Bridgewater. Bro, he was a backup for a reason. This isn't Louisville anymore.
He came in just at that 2-minute mark, so we know. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is just a taste of what the carousel is. But before we let these 2 NFC South people get out of here, we're going to give each one of them 45 seconds to respond to the other. Jen, he threw
You want to talk? Okay,
hold on. I'm trying to set you up now. Let me set you up. Then he threw some stuff at you now. So I listen, don't be nice to Alex. This is Alex Fleming. You ain't got to be nice to him because he ain't going to do it to you. So, hey, Jen, 45 seconds. You ready? Let's get it.
Yes, I am. So you want to talk about my defense? Are we talking about the same defense that has completely shut down Tom Brady 5 different times in the past, even under Belichick, who, let's face facts, is a much better coach? Just saying, Belichick's a freaking football genius. Not to give him props, but hey, on top of that, we have something going for us. If you guys, when you guys lose to us this weekend, you will be done. You guys will not be able to come back from it. Tom's self-esteem will be in the shit. Sorry for the language. And we both know that. And Dante Jackson is back. Robbie Anderson had a great game. On top of that, we've got Etor, we've got Shaq. Shaq is done more than his fair share of blocking Mr. Brady himself. So let's not talk because our D-line, it has room for improvement.
Jen, I got to cut you.
Right,
That's 45 seconds. 45 seconds. Mr. Fleming, you being the man that you are, I guess because it is the carousel, we're going to give you the last word, sir. 45 seconds to respond to your Carolina, Miss Jennifer Lewis. Sir, your time starts now.
I hope you guys have a good medical staff because we're going to hurt some of your players. You can ask everybody in the NFC South. Nobody's scared of those Panthers. The only people we disrespect more than the Panthers is the Atlanta Falcons. Number 2, guys, let's be honest. Your defense is done. Starla Tule is in Buffalo. Josh Norman left a while ago for Buffalo. Mario Addison and Vernon Butler left for Buffalo. They all in New York. Oh, and Bradbury is now a New York Giant. What defense are you talking about? Luke Kuechly? Oh, that's right. He retired concussion syndrome. We're going to give Teddy a concussion. And you know what? We're going to have some clippers, too, so that we can cut Robbie Anderson's hair, so that he can look like an upstanding citizen. You guys are in the basement. Call out for Caroline.
Wow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what the carousel is all about. And as the song says, either you on or you're off. Miss Jennifer Lewis, thank you so much for joining us here on the carousel this evening. As always, Mr. Fleming, appreciate your time. Hey, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because this just keeps getting better and better. This is the carousel.
Carousel. Yeah. Carousel. Yeah. Carousel. This the carousel. On or you off. Either you're on or you're off. Either you're on or you're off. What? Knock 'em out. Carousel. Yeah. Carousel. Yeah. Carousel. Carousel, this the carousel. On or you off, either you on or you off.